You know, you really don't start at 4:30.
Do you want me to go live and keep the sound off?
No. So go live, I'll call the order. Okay, let me turn the sound back on.
You need two of those or just one?
How come sound's not on?
Okay. All right.
Go live.
Call the order at
Are we,
4.
is
Oh, wait.
audio on? It is?
We're throwing stuff. Knock her off. Turn it back off. No, just stop streaming. Does this thing work?
I don't know why it's been doing that with
The gray button, right?
the one with the mic, picture of a microphone.
Yeah. Come on. It's working, right?
Right?
Pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Big crowd tonight, welcome.
We always have a big crowd.
Okay, what you asked for.
Last report.
Yeah.
Is it on? JT? Okay.
My paperwork here. Introductions. Yes, I'd like to introduce Stephen
Iannuzzi.
Iannuzzi as our new town administrator. I got the French in me, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard. Thank you for taking the position.
Yes.
Look forward to working with you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Appreciate it, having the opportunity, so thank you
Awesome.
very much.
Thank you. Signature photo, is there anything in there? Make a motion to approve the Board of Selectmen's minutes dated August 4th, 2026.
Second.
In favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So we had some update for deposit for our treasurer, responsibility through town FAM, which is Heidi Stebbins, and through the finance administrator, per RSA 41:29. So I don't get 2 copies.
There's two different ones,
Yeah, two different.
two different assignments.
Oh yeah, one
is
for
the, tax collector.
Tax
Michelle, one's for
collector.
the tax collector.
yeah, and the other one's a finance administration. So administrator. So that's the reason for that. And got a position filled in for the what was it? Conservation.
Conservation,
Yeah.
Conservation Commission.
And the person is Brett Russ, right?
Yes. Brett Russ,
So welcome, Brett.
wherever you are.
Right, make a motion to approve the manifest dated August 13, 2026 in the amount of $534,821.06. $492,760 was school tax.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Make a motion to approve the manifest dated August 20, 2026 in the amount of $35,153.71.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye, Chris?
I'm currently having it in my hand, and I just wanted to verify the dates of the uniform purchases. So,
Okay.
that
Let me hold up.
they made, oh no, you guys already motioned, so,
Sorry,
I mean,
should
they predate them departing, so I'm not really sure why we're just seeing the invoices now from April, but
if there's an issue, just say anything later.
They just came in via email last week.
From April.
so these are uniforms for officers that we're just now getting,
For Tucker.
and for Tyler.
Wow. Took them that long to bill.
And hopefully there's a third one. Is that Matt?
Well, shouldn't,
Not Matt?
yeah, there should be a third one. Didn't see a third one though.
What was the total amount?
On the manifest, it's $515.21. Where's my calculator?
Oh.
Right there.
Is this yours?
Yes.
This will be underneath the discussion portion of the motion, I think.
Yes.
You got it?
I don't understand this.
Uniform, well, $74.
There has to be a third one. Because you said it's 5 something?
You did this figure and this figure. What'd you get? 515.
I got 515.41,
What you got?
515.21.
She does that all the time.
Well, that's actually. Where'd it go? I mean, if you take these totals,
Right. I should equal, yeah.
and I'm not splitting hairs over 20
No,
cents.
no.
I just didn't understand this, how they,
Yeah, I didn't, I went by the bottom line numbers.
See, yeah, I know that sometimes she, would you know that?
didn't you get 21?
Yeah. I do.
Oh, that says 90.
Yeah,
It's
80,
80. That's why.
okay. You good? But I don't understand this here.
Yeah, I don't understand the breakout either.
Because I only had 2 invoices, but if you look at the manifest, it appears that we had 3 invoices.
Uh-huh.
So I was looking for the 3rd invoice, that's why I was kind of like holding up for a second. But
So basically, one.
there's 2 invoices on that
Black
one.
tires.
They were doing it per officer,
Correct.
so that's why it's broken up 3 separate things here. We're doing it That's
Spray, 1.5 pounds. How was that?
pepper spray. So, aye, to the motion.
Alright, where was I? Review of mail. Okay, waste management, we got new rates coming up on January 1st. $428.33 per haul per container. I think it's like $3.80 something now. So assume with the gas, diesel. Disposal is $94.93 and glass is $84.27. With the budget season, since I got the waste management, I'll work on that to ensure that our cost next year budget's correct. Based on what we have here.
So according to our invoice on our last manifest, we were paying $50 a ton for glass disposal.
That's, yeah, but we don't go with waste management. We don't care. So basically,
Where do we go with?
NRA,
No, not for our glass. Waste Management hauls our glass off. They're just our broker.
which is cheaper. Yes, they haul it.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
cheaper. We get the discount because the waste management.
Because we pay the membership to NRRA.
Right, and then they're using the glass to fill the top of the landfill.
Yeah.
Yeah, we take it. Morton Salt. Oh, just the quotes. You okay with that?
That's just one. Hopefully we get 2 others, so.
Yeah.
Should we get one from Granite State Minerals and
It's for winter
Eastern.
roads.
I think it's called Eastern.
Charter Communications.
That salt price is about $4 a ton more than last year.
Really?
On that, if we went with that price.
So, how many tons we used last year?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah.
We will be utilizing, sorry to cut you off, we will be utilizing more this year because we have another mile of pavement more than we did last year. Because Pine River Road is done now, paved in its entirety, so.
So, letter from Spectrum, adding some news channels and stuff like that.
We're
Yeah.
not Spectrum, right?
We got Spectrum. No. I don't understand it.
Getting that.
Charter community, I don't know.
Because we used to have a franchise agreement with them, then it terminated. But because they have wired pretty much a large portion of town and so on, we use Spectrum, they automatically give the town a notice of it to the
Well, that's nice of them.
TV stations.
So we have a ambulance meeting next August 31st, 6:30 PM at Freedom Town Hall located in 16 Elm Street. So, this is our annual, it's an annual, right?
This is
Or
a
semi-annual.
requested meeting to cover some complaints from a couple of the chiefs.
Okay,
What time is it?
6:30.
What date? What,
31st.
Monday?
Yes.
Yes, it's Monday.
And we got a letter for zoning board adjustment, public hearing. And this is for Willoughby's, put the stair deck on the, well, yeah, on the back of his house. For safety and everything else, railings. And that's gonna be September 2nd, Wednesday, September 2nd at 7:15 PM. Selectmen's report.
Okay. All right, I attended a couple of the webinars that were offered. I did the abatement and the class 6 roads for the updates that have been coming up. Worked on the budget sheets for this upcoming budget season.
So the class 6 roads, let me interrupt, on the planning
That's
board,
okay.
are they gonna adjust their,
They're gonna have to adjust whatever it is that has been changed on there.
yeah, so,
Because it's no longer just Board of Selectmen approval.
yeah,
all
stay
of that.
overruled.
Yeah, it overruled it, so.
Okay.
The planning board this Thursday I believe it's this Thursday. We continued the cell tower, so we will be going back over some cell tower application. Even though it's a work session, we're trying to speed it up. I attended the street fair, which was very successful. That was the
Preservation.
preservation. And I thought it went very well. It was very successful.
Not as successful as last year.
As last year. Yeah, there weren't as many, I noticed that there weren't as many small children, but there were a lot more infants in carriages. So I guess we have to wait a few years for them to step up. Worked on the budget, the planning, that's that. The Heritage Commission, we had great discussion on the new website. Grace pulled up the website and went over some of the issues that she found, and some suggestions were made by some of the other members as to how to improve it, what they would like to see on their pages, and so on and so forth. And I do believe that's gonna be ongoing, and they're gonna get back to Grace with any
So,
questions or,
how did, it's nice to get back to Grace and have all the answers and stuff, or what
well,
they
she thinks
wish.
she'll come to us.
But we haven't set up anything here, who our contact is and all that stuff.
Right, well, we know that JT is we discussed that he's our kind of
No,
go-to
well,
person
I think Heidi,
For the setup,
for this.
yes, but long-term, it'll be Heidi.
Right, but for changing what's on the page or
Heidi
anything
can
else,
do
that'd
that.
be.
Heidi can do that.
Can Heidi do that?
She's not set up yet, but we will be addressing that very soon.
Oh. Okay,
Because she was doing it on the existing one, right?
On the existing,
Yeah,
yes.
so she can do that.
She hasn't done training on the new one, that's all.
But, you know, it's up, Stephen, you know.
Yeah.
It's up to you,
That's
whatever,
just
however you wanna,
another-
but from that standpoint, I mean, we probably should set up something where. Is Grace taking all the boards?
No.
No,
Grace-
no,
Grace did the demo,
right,
while the rest of us had a chance to look at it, so.
Who's the rest of us? Who's the rest of us?
The
Heritage
HGAC committee.
Okay, okay,
So the whole commission was looking at it. Grace happened to facilitate moving the computer because
Right.
it meant everybody else could really stare at it. Somebody didn't have to physically play with the computer and nothing.
got it.
So there was a bunch of comments that came down. There's a bunch of comments coming. It all needs to come together in some kind of a document to be then presented to whomever.
That's what I was trying to
I'll
get,
probably create an email address like with webmaster@effingham.nh.gov and make it a shared box that Steve and myself and Heidi have for the intro. And
that's what I was trying to go with.
once they're set up, I back out. So
Okay. Alright, so that's what I wanted to make sure.
okay.
So we probably should.
Yeah.
Get in communication with the other boards also. Probably send a note, say, hey, take a look.
Take a look and see what your page looks like.
And there's some immediate things like, probably remove the Facebook and the Instagram accounts, because I'm not aware that the town has either one.
correct.
Yeah,
And that highlighted like really prominent on the home pages.
Really?
Script,
It was template stuff that came with it, so.
so, but that,
okay, got it, go ahead, sorry.
That's okay. That was basically it. We had just major discussion on that, with the Heritage Commission. And of course, there's always the ongoing discussion about what's gonna happen in 2028. There is another meeting for the 2028 celebration, for the anniversary of the town,
Oh, 250.
250, which will happen in 2028. Of course, there's always ongoing with that. There will be another meeting set up. I forget when that meeting is. But it will be on the website and calendar. And that's basically all that we've been discussing. There was some minor cleanup in the office here. We tried to get rid of a lot of the, store a lot of the boxes in a secure place, getting them out of the Board of Selectmen's office. We did that Friday, rearranging a bit. So there was a lot of activity going on. The roof is finished. And that's it. That's all I have.
Yeah, concerning the roof, we had that
You know,
leak. Kinda, we should probably hold off and pay them till they come back and fix the,
So I got an email back from him today. I guess they're gonna put it through whatever
insurance or whatever.
warranty they have. So I sent him that information and he's going to.
As far as the roof,
Yeah, he's gonna send someone out to check the office in there.
so most likely for JT, you probably have to replace the insulation maybe.
It depends on the extent of how wet things got.
Well, it's half a bucket of water, so.
Yeah, more than
Yeah.
likely.
My email to him was that the insulation is probably gonna have to be replaced,
Which is cheap.
if not a ceiling tile or two.
right.
So he's gonna let me know when he's gonna send out
Okay,
some of his guys to.
okay, perfect. Thank you.
That was it for me.
So on that topic, are we satisfied with the cleanup and stuff that they did? I quite frankly came in early today, left her an emergency call, tell JT. So I was gonna do, that was one on my to-do list,
I did a walk around.
so I was picking stuff, so we're satisfied.
Yeah, I mean, there's some stones and stuff, but.
Cause I mean, the other day I was here and
Oh,
like
yeah.
the walkways were covered in stone.
Yeah.
The flower beds, there was still pieces of asphalt. I picked up from the driveway today, so
Pretty good.
you're satisfied?
Yeah.
As far as my report goes, not a lot. I followed up with some culvert complaints, one on Old Pound Road, one on Elm Street. The one on Old Pound Road is, for the most part, taking care of the inlet of a culvert is wide open. The outlet at some point in time needs the sump needs to be dug out, the end of it needs to be dug out. And we need to have a conversation about the culvert on Elm Street is, it's gonna require some ditch work, but I'm not really sure
Elm
that,
Street?
yeah, Elm Street. It's a dirt driveway on the right-hand side, come from Ospey. In order for the water to get to the driveway culvert that's in existence, it would have to go uphill. So it would require extensive ditch work, so I didn't really see that it was washing too bad, but I'll take a look at it again with Kevin at some point in
Is
time.
that the one on the right hand side as you're heading to 16?
No, it's on the right-hand side coming back.
Okay, same.
No, you said right-hand side heading
No,
toward 16.
Okay, it's,
Come back to,
Left-hand side heading to 16.
got it. Right, yeah,
Yeah, it's, I believe it's 111, I believe, but I won't
okay.
swear to that. Also on Elm Street, we had a request for a blind driveway sign. I haven't had a chance to look at the criteria that the state puts out there to constitute blind driveway. In my own opinion, but that's just my own opinion, and we know how good that is. I don't see it constitutes or a need for the blind driveway, but I'll take a closer look at it and I'm gonna look at the parameters.
Wherever you feel comfortable with.
Given the events today, I will discuss, as part of my report, I'll be digging through the shed at some point in time before I leave here today to see if I know we do have signs that say, we had additional extra signs that say, Class 6 road not maintained beyond here. It was identified that the one that was on Jack Russell Road is missing, along with not a through road, or dead end. And have Kevin, have the road agent install those, if not myself, this weekend. Because of the Route 25 construction traffic, cars were seeking alternative routes, and for whatever reason, Google sent them Jack Russell to West Range Road. And we had a car halfway that was stuck. So,
So when you're coming from Maine, it also tries to bring you from Hasty Road through to Culvert Hill and Snow.
believe it or not, that road's better than the one we went on today where this sedan was.
Can't believe the car made it.
That's my kudos to the gentleman that was driving, because the last hill that he went down was, I mean, when he turned around to come back, they looked up it. And it's, I mean, the fire department's UTV struggled to traverse the hill to get back out of there to get the PD to back to the cruiser. But so we managed to get him out of there. But so those are some more signs that need to be put up. Still have to get signs put up. Apparently the state, no fault of their own, or whatever, they're not satisfied with the bridge closed signs that are at the intersection of Nutter Road and Granite Road. They feel that the signs need to be closer. We did move the Jersey barriers to prevent traffic from going through there. They feel like we still have to update the signage, so if we have a sign in the shed, I really don't want a sign that size would cost several $100s. There is a sign at the intersection that's bright orange, it's brighter than this, that says that the bridge is closed.
Yeah,
So-
plus you got the Jersey berries.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a picture of the sign again and send that with the Jersey barriers have been already moved. I already sent pictures of those signs. Concrete work is coming along.
Is there a sign on the other side?
Yes. Yeah. The concrete work is coming along on the abutment of Huntress Bridge for the repair to meet our inspection satisfaction. As the health officer, I've had a couple of cases that obviously, for obvious reasons, I won't get into specifics, but I do have 2 open cases that are in the works that have taken a little bit of time so far and research. While I was here doing research on some other things, and this is this isn't, that nobody's doing anything wrong, I just noticed that, there's a notebook in the front hallway that belongs to the trustees of the trust funds. There are specific pages for specific trust or CRS or ETFs, expendable trust funds or capital reserve funds, and their activity, and they haven't been updated since 2023 in that book. So I just was gonna, and maybe I missed something, maybe I looked at it wrong. While I was in there, there are certain funds, the town-owned bridge fund for one, we added to that in 2024, which was bridge money that we got, or not bridge money, but block grant money we got from the state, $47,000. We added that to that account. Prior to that, 5 years prior to that, nothing had been added, and we haven't added anything since. So I think we should consider, when we go through the budget process, doing that again. And on street signs, it was identified that for some reason, when we went through the new budget sheets and we got the chart of account numbers, we had that whole new chart of accounts. Underneath road, highways, streets and bridges, the street sign category got deleted and we never picked up on it. So finance director said, where do you want me to put this bridge bill to, sign bill to? And I said, underneath street signs, and we didn't have an account, so, it'll have to come under, materials, road materials line, but we need to make
Is
sure.
that 43?
Yeah, we need to make sure that we put that back in.
That's what I'm doing right now. 43.
So it should be highways and streets. I don't have the budget versus actual, so.
Yeah, I got the. Highways and street.
There should be one.
This is a new budget sheet for this.
So there should be one for, street signs and equipment. There had been in years past, and for some reason with the new budget numbers, it got redacted and inadvertently and not put back on, so.
So we'll have a number to discuss at the
Yeah.
budget meeting.
And while you have that, if you have usually the last few pages of that packet is our CRFs and ETFs. So that might
Not
be-
in this one.
Not in that one? Okay, I was gonna say that might be the place to put a
Yeah, I
note to
didn't print those out.
have a conversation about town-owned bridges fund, so. It's either one, we have the bridge maintenance fund under an ETF and the capital reserve fund, which with the selectmen as agents to expend, under the town-owned bridges. Which currently has somewhere in the vicinity of 61 and change.
I'll put a note. Please.
And I think, when I look at my agenda, yeah, where they have that under business, so.
You good?
And, one last thing. And I'll try to make this obvious that I'm trying to separate duties and separate my hats that I wear. But it does affect the town of Effingham and its residents, so I'm gonna bring it forward. There is the Santa project that for 50+ years has been run through Ospey Concerned Citizens. They have an application process for families in need that are struggling, and you can fill out an application and have a wish list for your children to get some sort of gifts for Christmas. That has included Ospey and Effingham kids in its lifetime, in its existence. Due to their financial constraints and no longer getting the funding that they used to at OCC, they politely asked us to take care of our own, and they'll no longer be accepting applications for Effingham children. Having said that, this is where I put on another hat real quick, and I apologize for that. But it's a small town, we do a lot around here, so. I'm the president of Effingham Connect. For the last 8 years, Effingham Connect has been very involved with the OCC in helping fund the children of Effingham, either in whole 2 years. We did fundraising and we bought all of the presents, or we facilitate, we find what we call elves. And the elves sponsor the children. We have a Amazon wish list that's kind of like almost like a wedding registry or whatever, and you can go on there and you can sponsor a child. Those efforts are gonna continue through Effingham Connect and the Effingham Firemen's Association. We did have a meeting last night, sorry.
Yep.
And we wanted to make sure that we, as a group, met and we're okay with that partnership and kind of brainstorming. I did have a meeting with the director of OCC. She explained this morning. She did explain their constraints and where they were coming from. So I wanted to have that meeting first, and from there, Dan Felix actually recommended that we are going to be creating a page, and we're going to be reaching out to all of the nonprofits in Effingham, and we know everybody's involved, but just so that if anybody else wants to get involved, they can. But basically, a Santa project that's been going on for over 50 years through OCC, which included Effingham kids. We're on our own, so. Is it okay if Chuck asks me a question? Sure.
What's the target dollar figure you're looking for that's now missing?
So to give you specific numbers, last year we helped, we did a fundraiser last year, so we bought all the presents. That was one of our 2 years that we were able to do that. We spent just over $8,100, and it was 64 children. So that is 50% of our K through 6 population.
So how much did OCC donate or help out? What did they do?
They did their Ospey kids. So that was part of
Last year.
the last 8 years. The last 8 years, they just took care of their Ospey kids, and we took care of the Effingham kids through OCC.
Okay.
Okay.
And now
They
it's showing up.
So that
accept-
Amazon page, is that part of that 8,100?
Yeah.
Okay.
They accepted the applications. When they got new applications and all the names were redacted, we just had family size, ages, and they had 3 wishes and a want.
So they just
And-
did the paperwork.
They did the paperwork, but we're doing it all this year. And for the last 8 years, we've been successful in taking care of our own. So this year, we really are,
Okay.
because we always did have that fallback, that if we couldn't raise enough money, if we couldn't find enough elves, they put mittens on the trees at the churches and things like that, which included both Ospey and Effingham kids. We were lucky enough, fortunate enough, and we had some very generous people in town with huge hearts that stepped up, and we never had to worry about that. We didn't have the fundraising efforts this year, so we're going to be relying on elves this year. We are with combined efforts. We're going to be doing some hardcore fundraising over the next 6 weeks, hopefully, and we don't have the final dates all set, but of like due dates of applications. We're going to be doing online applications, and I appreciate this opportunity to talk about this with my fellow board members. I just wanted to start getting the word out, to be looking for the online applications coming from us and no longer OCC, so. And likewise, the nonprofits,
Right.
be looking for.
So where do you
communication
go?
from us.
Where do you go for applications online? Who the Effingham Connect?
It'll actually be through a domain, which will be a joint.
Yeah, the fire association will have its own domain, so once we have that set up, we'll have flyers out and things of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sum up.
Yep, you're up.
Mine's gonna be short. I've been pretty much working on. Thank you for helping out on the budget sheets. But I've been getting ready for the budget meeting next week, going through our existing budget to make sure I have all the answers for their questions and correct some of the issues on the budget. Plus, be involved last week, 2 weeks with no administrator. Well, we did have an administrator, but working with Heidi and the office and all that was in here quite a few hours during both weeks. But part of the job. So, good. Alright, moving on. Yeah, I was here Friday, you did all the speeches,
Yep.
so. Business. Do we have any business?
Yeah,
Yeah,
discussion on local
discussion.
traffic GPS. So I asked Heidi to put that on there, because again, we identified today, in order for those cars to even,
No. I got it now, it wasn't on this one.
in order for those cars to even get to the point where they are wrongly directed by GPS up Jack Russell Road, they had to go over a couple of roads that are local traffic only, so, because those cars were detouring, again, because of the construction on 25. So apparently, we still have a couple of, GPS or, navigation companies or apps that, haven't been, targeted to notify them that we do have the local traffic ordinance for Green Mountain, Ryfield, Pine River, Elm Street. Google was the big one. I think they were all told us Google today, didn't they, chief?
Correct.
So we have to try to, once again, try to find out how to, get a hold of Google to say, you know, this is an ordinance, don't, you know, you can't be given this, as a shortcut. So just as a quick backstory, Stephen, all of those navigation companies, they'll leave that up until a town reaches out and says, hey, we've adopted this ordinance. And at that time, they are, and I don't know what the legalities of it is, they won't do that until we adopt an ordinance. We did that, so it was up to us to reach out. And apparently we've, need to remind them or request it again, or, you know, maybe even communicate with them for the first time. I do know one of the biggest ones, and the first one we got to that made a huge impact was Apple something,
Apple Maps, yeah.
Apple Maps. So I don't know if you have any access to Google or, you know,
I can take a look.
in
and
your
see if I
repertoire.
can Figure that out.
Yeah, thank you. So
Who reached out to Apple, was it Caitlin?
Caitlin did, yeah, Caitlin was
There
successful
might
in
be
getting a
something
hold of
in
a
the
couple.
computer,
Can take a look.
right, good. Announcements?
He's not on there, so he needs to be on there somewhere too.
You need to be on that?
Yeah.
Well, public comments,
Go on,
put me where you want me.
But I think you sent us an email last
You really
week
want
on
me
the
to say?
agenda, right?
I've got two things.
Yeah.
So,
Well, let's start, go ahead.
okay. First is, I handed out a proposal from Edwards Concrete. And I asked them to show up just at this moment, if there was any questions that they could answer. So I've actually worked with Mike Polkowski to basically look at how we're going to, remove trees next to the power lines, move the berm back so that Eversource can set the new poles at the library parking lot. So we were struggling with it. I reached out to Erin and basically met with her Saturday at the street fair and learned that they've got a capability with machinery to take all the trees out as well as take the berm back.
25 feet, 20-some feet?
We're gonna take it back so it's no closer than 35 feet from the boundary line, stone wall. So it leaves plenty of room for the trees and the roots and everything there. So it could be 22, 23, 25, it's somewhere in that area.
Okay,
But when we were talking, it was up to 30 feet, that's why it's in the proposal that way. So it's a 2-day job, $2,000 a day. And again, talking with Mike, he said that's a very favorable price tag for the town to be taking a look at to do the work.
thank you.
The other thing is the timeliness of being able to do the work, because Eversource won't come back to reset the final stake until after the berm is gone. So we wanna set the power pole at the same level as the parking lot, rather than having it up on bankings, and time is the essence, so, Elliot's schedule will work. $2,000 a day, $4,000 total will work, and we get the whole thing done. The current light pole that's there is gonna be left there until Eversource resets all the power, removes the pole, and then they will come back and take out that little tiny island where the pole is, at the current time. So,
And the cost is coming from,
the expendable trust fund. So we've got the ETF with the town, so we'll take the $4,000 out of that. And we'll look to get it replenished next year, if we can. At town meeting. If it's acceptable with the population.
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
Did I screw anything up?
No, did you happen to find what would be the most 2 days
No,
ideal
that's
window
tomorrow,
yet?
that's tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay. He mentioned something about Lego camp, and I'm like, yeah, as much as the kids
Is
would
that
probably
just-
love to
It's
see us
like the
there,
kids
I
would
don't
love
wanna
it, but we
be there
would-
with
No.
equipment.
So Lego camp is next week,
So,
so it won't be next week.
it'll be the fun,
But it
okay.
could be the following week, and I will know the 2 days.
well, you got 3 days this week.
We're already
We're
moving
working.
800 tabs.
We're working overnight now.
I just had one, quick discussion, if it could be part of that, if they can make that part of that 2 days. The trees that we talked about the other day, on Saturday, that's a street fair.
On, down the road.
They're starting to encroach on Townhouse Road, right at the corner of Townhouse and Corner Street, right below the historic library, the town hall. I'm assuming you guys are gonna use your shear head on your skid steer.
Yep.
And you scoot down, snip those off.
Yep.
And if not right then, if we don't do that as part of that, if you guys don't have time, pop the stumps out. There is, probably.
The grader that did the ditch work the other day to pull back some of the riprap that was there, actually basically showing all the stumps now and the roots.
Yeah.
So,
So I would
I fight him
recommend,
every winter, I can.
you're gonna have plenty of dirt, so take the root, take the stumps right out and just.
Yeah.
put the
I'll
root.
take it out.
If you guys can,
How
if
big
you
are the
can,
trees? Are they?
They're the one
I
line.
think there's one of them that's probably 5 inches and all the rest of them are less than that.
Yeah. No, there's-
they are,
You just push them over and stump them?
the biggest ones are, not the biggest ones, but the most of them are, locusts, so you don't be handling those.
Soft stuff.
Excellent.
Well, it's the thorn,
Oh, and that one, yeah.
Yeah. so
Do you
then
get
there's
some
the
poison ivy I
maple.
can dig up for you while I'm at it?
No, that's across the street.
Yeah, that's across the street, there's a lot of poison ivy across the street, stay out of there.
Okay.
But I mean, it's starting to encroach on the road, it's affecting the visibility, not that a lot of people go left off on Corner Road if they're coming onto Townhouse. And it's, within another year or two, you're gonna have to be in the parking lot of the historic town hall library to see it. So if those trees getting bigger, it kind of makes it a moot point that we're doing all this fantastic work of restoring that building and then you're not gonna see it, it's gonna be in a tunnel, so. You guys,
I'm good with it.
Yep. That was one thing.
Sounds good.
Second thing,
The RFP for the roof. So I sent an RFP that I put together for the roof. I had Jason look at it to make sure that we had kind of covered everything. I sent it to your town email addresses.
Mhm. We did.
You did today?
They did, yeah.
no, you sent it last week.
Oh, yeah, I read that.
It's like a 7-page document.
Yeah.
It's thorough. The dates on it I am gonna change,
Does Steven have it?
not yet, because I wasn't sure, but he will have. That's why I'm gonna change the dates on this. I'm gonna push everything forward about 2 weeks so that I can make sure he's got it and we've gone over it. But we'll put it out. We'll have to advertise it in the newspaper. And then, Jason had a suggestion that rather than doing one mandatory site visit day, that I basically look at about 12 or 14 days within a time frame. Somebody contacts me, I meet them there, that way contractor's not pigeonholed into one day that they can't do it for some other reason. So I wanna make sure that we can get as many qualified proposals as we can get.
Do you have a date for next year on this, or just next summer, or?
It would be basically, you're gonna come at it with a warrant article at town meeting anyway.
Right, yeah, that's what it was, yeah,
But in it basically says pending, first off,
approval.
pending select board approval, if they don't like it, they don't do any of them. And the next thing is pending, town meeting approval. March of next year, and I think I got the actual date in there.
Okay.
So, but I wanna get that out. So, if there's no issues with it, I'll work with Stephen and we'll,
Yeah, set up a time to take Steven down there, get a tour.
yeah, I'll give you the
Yeah,
number
that'd be great.
of
Yeah.
that. Okay, one little tiny last item on the roof. I mentioned it earlier in the year.
Tim. No, go ahead. Look at me.
Doing the ice dam line on the roof. I priced it out, a 50-foot section, about 50 foot, of a good quality that would be on and off at dusk, that kind of thing. Temperature wise, I'm sorry, it's a temperature sensor control. Was like between $450 and $500. And then we gotta figure out a way to get it up in the air. But I would like to get that ordered like soon. Fall is right around the corner. The morning it was
Do you have any ideas how to get that up there?
JT, any ideas?
I don't know that I would be able to accommodate that.
Okay.
That's what, 40, 50 feet?
24, I think.
24, yeah, I was gonna say, you got
Only
1
going
feet per
against the road.
floor. It's the drip
Like
edge.
24, 26 feet. 13, 25.
Yeah, you're right.
27, 20,
Yeah, because the rooms are what, 14 foot?
12 foot,
Yep.
13 foot, and a foot and a half. So 27, 28 feet.
Yep.
Do we know anybody with a bucket truck we could leverage? All right, let's get it in. We'll find a way to do it. Even if we have to
So
rent somebody out.
you're looking for expenditure, excuse,
Dale Smith have a bucket truck, doesn't he?
Dale Smith?
Yeah, I believe he does.
We could hire them. I mean, it's the kind of thing that'll probably take 2 hours to do.
Yeah, I'll call.
Alright.
Thanks, guys.
And they're clip-on the shingles, so it's literally clipping them on and run the wire down and look at it.
So the expenditure of the wire, what are you looking for that, coming out of?
That's not a historic project. That's a town maintenance building project.
So come out of the ETF fund,
Okay,
and we'll talk about it.
Yep.
Budget season.
okay. I'll work with Stephen on that too, and we'll get that ordered and get it in. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. And Stephen, I'll let you finish taking your note. When we get ready for RFPs and stuff, outside of the newspaper, because it doesn't go very far, and a lot of this work that we do, it just, it doesn't reach, our targeted contractors aren't within that, drop-off area of the Collie Daily Sun, so, for all of that stuff. So, construction summary, I don't know if there's any notes in the office that you found.
Not yet, no.
So there's a company called, it doesn't cost us anything, and they're based out of Concord. And you guys probably go to construction summary too, don't you? So it's one of them things where, like the project managers and the estimators for different construction companies, from box culverts to tree work to that sort of thing.
It's gonna be the same.
Are automatically emailed from them every morning. They pull that up and see if there's any new RFPs and any projects coming out, so.
JT, where did you get your, the contract for your the sheet metal in the fire station?
For the roof, I borrowed it from somebody else. Modified it.
Yeah, what I meant is, how did you post it, RFP?
The same comments on construction summary and then
Okay.
website.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know if you had something else, but.
And again, Chuck and I talked about that a little bit is, because there's always been a past of, we've already done a roof project, so let's get that list of vendors and we'll go ahead and just send out the RFP to all of those people. And metal roofing companies do metal roof.
Right.
Rubber roofing companies do rubber roof. They may or may not have, so it still may be worthwhile to do that.
It doesn't hurt.
Because they may
Because
have
they may have
another
vision.
division of their company, or they may have a brother or sister or
Well, I was looking
company.
more just, how'd you get out there, the advertisement out there, not the
Yeah.
single supplier.
But like Chuck and I were talking about, there's no reason why we can't solicit and send
Oh,
the
Right.
RFP to these companies that we've utilized
Agree,
in years past as well.
agree. Okay, you all set, Chuck?
Thank you.
No announcements? Public comments? Seeing none,
You guys just here for that.
No, it was just,
We're citizens of the town, we don't know what's going on.
make a motion to adjourn,
I'll second.
all in favor,
You have to say what I
Discussion.
usually say. I don't have a life.
all in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.